me breakfast.
Stop! Stop, evildoers! Introducing super stretching superhero Stretch Armstrong. Yes, Stretch Armstrong. Now stretching fun farther than ever before. He bends, he stretches, even ties and knots, but always returns to his original shape. How'd he do that? He's been doing that since he was a kid. Stretch Armstrong from Cat Toys. Who else?
Discover a world beyond your wildest dreams. Discover Atari. Pioneers in coin video games like Centipede, Tempest, and Asteroids that challenge you, excite you, test you like never before. Discover the Atari that opened your eyes to the world's most popular home video games like Space Invaders, Missile Command, and Warlords. Discover the Atari that brought you a home computer truly designed for the home. Sophisticated for advanced needs, yet simple enough for your child to use. Compose music, play advanced games, manage your finances, all at the touch of the button. Discover Atari. And discover how far you can go.
On some Atari Lynx games, you can link up 4 players. But there's only ever one winner. Atari Lynx, the portable video arcade. The Atari Lynx sound quality is so good, it makes every game seem more realistic. Atari Lynx, the portable video arcade.
From the Masters of the Universe collection.
To the Battle Bones!
The collector case that carries more than warriors, more than weapons. Your parents put it together.
To battle!
Battle Bones can also help you carry on the struggle. The struggle for...
all the power in the universe!
The Battle Bones collector carry case from Mattel, each toy sold separately.
I have a friend with a drinking problem. Maybe you do too. Now her excuse is everyone's doing it. Well, that's not true. Everyone isn't doing it. Think for yourself. Be smart. Don't start.
You're in the big league. When you make a perfect play, you're in the big league. When you keep the team alive, you're in the big league. When you block a shot or two, you're in the big league. You're in the big league chew. Big League Chew, man-sized wads of great tasting shredded bubble gum stuffed into a giant Stay Fresh pouch. For Big League flavor and Big League bubbles, it's Big League Chew. You're in the big league. When you're in the Big League Chew.
Hey, how you doing? How are you? Not bad. Hi, I'm kind of hungry. Are you? Yes. That's good, because look over there. What? You see what I see? Whoa, double cheeseburgers. Exactly. Watch this. You're going to like this. Here we go. Coming through, playing through, fellas. Watch your back. What? Got it. Thank. Not bad.
Burger King BK Doubles, featuring the barbecue bacon double cheeseburger and the new salsa double with jalapeno cheese. BK Doubles, only at Burger King.
Aha! Hey, you got it. Congratulations.
Give me that. I like to keep myself sparkling clean and fresh. Now, if you want all-day freshness, there's this concentrated cleaner called Blue. Just pop Blue in the tank, and every time I flush, I get a Blue detergent rinse that helps clean and deodorize me for up to a month. The tablet dissolves, so there's no dripping mess to remove, and my fingers don't get stained. I tell you, Blue makes me feel brand new. Try concentrated Blue. It's the simplest bowl cleaner yet.
Every time folks eat Super Fruity Bonkers fruit candy, it makes a big hit. Know why Bonkers is so super fruity? It's got a chewy fruity outside with an extra fruity inside. Makes me want to eat it up.
Bonkers bonks you up.
Thumb candy!
Remember me? I'm the kid that had a report due on space. Said I got the new Encyclopedia Britannica.
He had a report due on space, and then he got the new encyclopedia.
I think I made that abundantly clear.
Yes.
Anyhow, here it is. I mean, hey, everybody knows this is the greatest encyclopedia in the world. Help me get a B+.
Why not an A?
Too long. I found so much great information, I put it all in. Overkill. The next report I did was for my science class on the human body. Scored an A.
Good.
Look at this. I always wondered where my mandibula was.
Mm-hmm. For details on how you can own the new Encyclopedia Britannica,
Let's have that 800 number. Excellent.
just call this number and we'll send you this free booklet.
Tell them about the gift.
And just for previewing Britannica in your home, we'll give you this 3-volume desk reference set.
This is like having your own research library at home.
Yes. So if you would be interested in owning the new Encyclopedia Britannica,
Don't press. They see the phone number. If they want to, they'll call.
I guess you're right.
Trust me.
Daddy, give me a break. Dell finds out that Joey's an IQ genius.
Now run along and think.
But is Joey in tune with that idea? Then on the Facts of Life, Andy overhears Mrs. Garrett's juiciest secret.
Is this about me? I can't say.
Will he tell all?
Get your mind out of the gutter, Natalie.
Be there Saturday.
Murky! Rainbow Bright has a new cereal with fruit flavor and bright colors.
Colors? Let's see.
New Rainbow Bright brand cereal. Sweet fruity rainbows of bright color. A yummy part of this complete breakfast.
That aisle? Murko!
A blue cloud. No match for Rainbow Bright.
Oh, no!
Fruit full of colors.
Idiot, we hate color!
No murked out breakfast for us. Fruit flavor, colorful bites. Rainbow Bright.
Work so hard, now have some fun and yum it up with a new kind of bubble yum. Lemon and lime at the same time. Two flavors in one. Strawberry and banana combined in one bubble yum. You're working hard, now have some fun. Yum it up with bubble gum.
I love the yum stuff. 2 flavors in one. New luscious lime and banana berry split.
Yum it up with bubble gum.
Welcome, everyone. Y'all are killing me in these comments, man. I could tell the folks that I can relate to in age, and I could tell the folks that I can't. But yeah, that's gonna be my new filler so far when we're waiting for chat to fill up and whatnot. There is a treasure chest of retro commercials that entertain me while I wait. So hopefully they entertain you and take you back to those days and make you feel old like I do. We are just minutes away from a press conference here. And this press conference, apparently, Leilani Simon, 22-year-old mother of Quinton Simon, who went missing back in October, she has been arrested, and it was just a matter of time. She was already named the main suspect, and she is, Manglia 44 the Fox 44 AA. Thank you for the coverage, Will. You're welcome. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And I just heard somebody say 2 minutes, so that gives me a little time to catch you guys up a little bit. And so they finally arrested Leilani. They named her as a suspect just a few weeks ago, or a month or so ago, at least. And when they did, well, we all know what happened since. I've covered it extensively, all of the fuckery that's been taking place in Savannah, Georgia, and Chatham County. Bullhorn Boob went down there with Dolly, and they made a complete and total circus out of this investigation. And I can't help but wonder if they if this would have happened sooner had they not had to deal with publicity control and trying to make sure that the citizens were safe, or the citizens, the neighbors were not disturbed too much, because they were clearly. And the irony is they went down there because it wasn't happening fast enough, but yet you're going down there and you're wasting resources by harassing people. So not only them, but how stupid does Voices Behind My Balls feel now, acting like these people are all innocent. And I think she knows, she just didn't care that these people were clearly guilty of something that took place here as far as what happened to Quinton Simon. Hopefully we get details on that with this press conference. But yeah, this prime example of clicks and views, and that's all that matters to these people. They don't care about justice for a 20-month-old baby. But we're on now. It's starting.
This afternoon, Chatham County Police Department detectives.
This is as loud as it goes. Sorry.
Lonnie Simon, and charged her with malice murder, concealing the death of another person, false reporting, and making false statements in connection with the disappearance and death of her son, 20-month-old Quinton Simon.
Throw the book at her.
Lonnie Simon is being held at the Chatham County Detention Center and is awaiting a bond hearing. We do not anticipate any other arrests in this case. She has been the sole suspect from the beginning. On Friday, our search teams at the waste management landfill found what they believed were human remains. This afternoon, the FBI lab
found them. They found them.
That they are, in fact, human remains. Additional testing, including a DNA analysis, is being conducted, and we have every reason to believe
you're cooked.
This will confirm the remains are Quinton's. This is a heartbreaking development for everyone who loved Quinton, for the many people who came to know him after his disappearance, and for our department. When we first received the call that Quinton was missing, we were hopeful that we would find him alive and unharmed. But as we have been telling you for weeks, all of our evidence pointed to his mother being responsible for his death and disappearance, and his remains being found in the landfill. I would like to thank the many people and agencies who worked hard to ensure that Quinton was found, that he would have a proper resting place, and that justice would be served. First and foremost, I want to thank the FBI. We are incredibly grateful for their invaluable assistance. Their expertise, their manpower, resources, and guidance are unmatched and were crucial in our efforts to find Quinton. They were on the scene within 3 hours of Quinton being reported missing and have assisted with every aspect of this investigation. The resources they poured into the landfill search are extraordinary and are the reason that we were able to find Quinton. I can't thank them enough. Chatham County Police Department's Criminal Investigation Division also deserves special recognition. Their devotion to Quinton, to making sure this crime did not go unsolved, is an example of police work at its finest. Our detectives worked tirelessly and were determined to follow every lead and uncover every piece of evidence in this case. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation, Chatham County Sheriff's Office, and Department of Natural Resources all had officers searching the landfill alongside our officers and the FBI. The support of the Chatham County Emergency Management Agency, Chatham Emergency Services, Chatham Occupational Safety and Health, Savannah Police, and Savannah Fire also were invaluable in this massive effort. Finally, I would like to thank the many people who showed their support for our department during this incredibly difficult and important investigation. We appreciate those who kept faith in the system and waited patiently for evidence we needed to make sure Quinton has every opportunity to receive the justice he deserves.
That's you guys in here.
And I'd like to turn it over to Will Clark, who has some comments from
That's you guys in here. You guys did that
Good
because
evening.
you have common
My name is
sense.
Will Clark. I'm the Senior Supervisory Resident Agent of the Savannah and Brunswick offices of the FBI. 1 month ago, we began this landfill search alongside Chatham County Police Department with one purpose in mind, and that was to find Quinton and to bring him home. On Friday, search crews from the FBI and Chatham County found what we preliminarily believe are partial remains from a human child. Those bones were immediately sent to our lab in Quantico, Virginia. Additional testing for potential confirmation is now underway. It could be days before we have final results. What happened to this 20-month-old child is unthinkable. No child should be harmed by anyone, let alone the person in their lives that should be their protector. This investigation does not end here. There is more work to do. The FBI, along with our law enforcement partners, will continue to find justice for Quinton. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll appreciate that. We'll try to answer some questions that you may have. Just be mindful that there's many we may not be able to answer, but we'll be willing to take some questions at this time.
You partially said that you guys found bones in the landfill. Is that?
We found human remains. Yes, ma'am.
Chief, do you believe the point that Quinton was put in that dumpster, do you believe that he was alive then or had died before he was in the dumpster and then made it to the landfill?
Could you, I didn't hear the first part. I'm sorry.
Do you believe that Quinton Simon was alive when he was in the landfill? Do you believe he died before he was put in that dumpster?
I can't answer that question.
You've charged Leilani with murder. Can you speak on whether you think it was accidental or intentional?
I can't speak to that.
Can you talk a little bit about what evidence you all confirmed or learned on Friday led you all to go ahead and make that arrest specifically for today versus earlier on?
Well, as we had said from the beginning with the landfill, we had every belief that Quinton was there in the landfill. Having found what we found on Friday and the preliminary findings from the FBI that we got today led us to make an arrest today. We feel that we have a very strong case. We have put thousands of hours into this, and we believed that this was the right move today to be able to do that. She doesn't deserve a Thanksgiving, quite frankly, if I can go off script a little.
Yes.
Quinton deserves that.
Chief Hadley. Love this guy.
We are not.
And so you just confirm, kind of clarify that you all were looking to find some sort of remains from the body to go ahead and move forward with the arrest.
That's correct.
Chief, would the charges have been the same in this case had you not made that discovery on Friday? Say if this case had continued, if the search found nothing in the landfill, would you still have been able to make a case for Quinton to have justice, or how significant was this find?
Well, it was very significant, obviously, for obvious reasons. We do believe we had a strong case otherwise, but that would have been in counsel with the Chatham County District Attorney's Office, but we believe we had a strong case otherwise.
You've certainly been very personal about this, and you said at that landfill that day with the picture behind you, you said, we want to make sure we bring Quinton home and we give him a final place of rest. We wanted him to be able to make sure he wasn't in that dump. On Friday, how personal was that find for you?
Well, it was very personal, quite frankly. I mean, there's a lot of aspects to that. I mean, knowing the hard work that went into this investigation, everybody, not just Chatham County Police Department, but everybody that chipped in, the FBI, GBI, DNR, Chatham County Sheriff's Office, the civilians, you name it, from A to Z, we were 100% committed to bringing justice for Quinton and to appreciate the amount of human effort, the amount of human emotion that goes into a case like this, and to appreciate, hopefully, that this comes to a conclusion in terms of a conviction and things of that nature. You know, you have a lot of emotions about that. You also have a lot of emotions as just a general human being, as a person who has children. You see the impact that has on people. So if you step back and take a moment to kind of absorb that, I think that if you didn't have any feelings about that, you might have to ask yourself a few questions.
Blue hearts up for Chief Hadley and all the officers.
I can't answer that.
Thank you, Tammy.
No.
Chief, you say this preliminary, you would assume there isn't other human remains in that landfill. But until you get it fully 100% confirmed that these are Quinton's remains, what makes you confident to make the arrest today?
I can't get into the high level of detail, but just on some of the preliminary information that we got from the FBI, we have a high level of confidence that those are Quinton's remains. And we felt that we needed to make the arrest today because that was the right thing to do.
There's a lot of pressure in the last. What kind of remains are we talking when you say human remains? Any more specific details about?
No, ma'am. Go ahead.
Chief, this case has been one that has made national news.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of pressure against you personally, with your name out of the mouth of protesters, out of the mouth of the people in the community. You've gotten a lot of pressure about making this arrest. Sitting here today and knowing that you have this key piece.
She hasn't been arraigned yet, Sunny Days. She needs to be arraigned first.
Had your back that said, yes, we're going to wait on the police to do this. And then to the people who said this arrest should have happened almost 50 days ago.
Well, I didn't honestly feel a lot of pressure, quite frankly, only because I believe that our investigative process, the expertise that we were seeking that was around us, having a little bit of experience, in this profession, I understood people's perspective. I understood that, some people had their own strong feelings about when an arrest should be made and things that were going on, but we stayed focused on what we know and what we know how to do. And in conjunction with the FBI, we stayed the course. And so to those folks that supported us, to the citizens that believed in us and believed in our department, I thank you. And for those that had questions, that's their right to do so. This is America. You can have all the opinions you want, but I'm just so proud of our team and where we're at today.
Wow. He's fighting those tears, man. Good for him. All the shit this guy's had to endure.
Sure there is. I wouldn't be honest if I didn't say that there was, some weight lifted off of the organization and particularly those detectives and investigators who were completely and 100% committed to seeking justice for Quinton. So there is a little bit of relief, but be mindful, there's still a lot of work to do. And they're dedicated to doing that. And
Lori girl, I don't know. I'm sure that's going to come up later, but I don't think that is their concern at the moment.
That's a decision point that we'll come to once we're able to get some more analysis done, and we'll confer with the FBI and see what.
Right, there has to be more investigating done.
I can't get into that. She's at the Chatham County Detention Center right now.
And if I were to go back to the initial question that I asked about whether or not you guys found phones in the landfill, because it's reflected that bones that human remains.
Well, human remains, some of them are human bones, and some other evidentiary matters.
As far as the bond, is there you all have to be updated as to when that would be the bond hearing, when that would be?
I do not have that confirmed. I do believe it'll take place tomorrow, but I don't have any time or any confirmation on that. We did, take her to the detention center rather late in the day, so I'm sure that information will come out.
Leilani made a statement to me that she wouldn't turn herself in. Was there any talk of giving her that opportunity?
No. Right.
Chief, you said in the beginning,
Nope.
over at the landfill, you said that there's a very specific dumpster that this child was put in. Can you just give us the location of that? How far this was from the house where Quinton was last seen?
I can't give you that information.
I have one more question. Can you just give
Last
us
question.
an estimate on how long this analysis would take of what you guys found?
It could take up to a week. And I have one last comment, and I want to thank you guys.
Come on, Hadley. You got it, buddy.
Because
you got it, sir.
just like sometimes law enforcement gets the short end of the stick, you guys get the short end of the stick too. And you guys have been amazing, our local media throughout this. You've been fair, you've been direct, you've asked good questions, and you've, you know, given us some deference when we needed some deference. And so I just wanted to say thank you for your work that you do every day. Thank you.
Man, what a stand-up guy, man. And a haircut you could set your watch to, bro. Do you see that tight shit? Whew. There you have it, folks. There you have it. Chief Hadley, y'all. Chief Jeff Hadley, y'all. Put in the work. Took abuse for weeks. Distractions. Stayed focused. All those men and women in hazmat suits sifting through literally garbage to get evidence and make an arrest and get justice for this little boy. While other people yelled and screamed through bullhorns, cussed and screamed at kids driving by, did nothing productive at all whatsoever. And yet they still got the job done. Even with those distractions, they still got the job done. And what a classy move, man. What a classy move for him to thank the local press there. What a classy move. Man, that's... and so somebody asked why Billy Joe hasn't been charged for, I don't know, maybe neglect. It was her that had legal custody over Quinton. So why wasn't she charged with leaving him with Leilani? Well, that's a good question. But I if I had to guess, and I see Mystery Maven Esquire's in the house. I'm glad you're here in the chat for this. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I had to guess, I'd say they're not going to charge her because they probably don't think that they could make the charges stick. They probably couldn't get a conviction, and they probably want to focus all of their energy on Leilani's case. If I had to guess, I think a defense attorney could have it thrown out. Like what you can't. A grandmother isn't supposed to leave a woman's child with her mother. You know, I mean, that's plenty of doubt to create in a jury right there. It's her mother. It's his mother. You know what I mean? Like, it's his mother. That would be her defense. I don't see what other defense, you know, would be more effective, if I'm being completely honest. So I don't think they feel it's worth going to trial over a neglect charge. You know, but you think Amber Robinson, you think I originally planned before we got this news, I originally planned on going live at this time to talk about these idiots chiming in to the University of Idaho case. So yeah, in the name of Quinton, let's have some fun. Let's throw the little man a party for getting justice. All right. Yeah, Betty, we're coming for you.
And he also stated that they had a strong case without Quinton's body, which almost frustrates me a little more. But again, I've always backed the blue, but when I see this kind of stuff, I get frustrated.
Okay, so here she is saying, I always back the blue, but she spent, I don't know how many hours live streaming talking about how she was going to sue Jeff Hadley, Chief Jeff Hadley, who got shit done. Talking about how she was going to sue him for violating her rights when all she was a distraction.
Frustrated. And even Police Chief Hadley, he understands why we were out there.
No, he doesn't.
He had an opportunity to dog me right there. That was being addressed to me and Dolly.
Wow. Wow. No, you just didn't get the attention that you wanted from him because you're insignificant. You are an insignificant asshole, is all you are. You are completely insignificant. That was not about you. That was about getting justice for a 20-month-old boy while they were actually doing something to get justice, and you were doing everything you could to obstruct it.
And the rest of the group, Mallory, Marissa, Justice for All, Chronicles of Olivia.
Look at her acting like she's accepting an award.
Question a dig directly to us, and he had an opportunity to slam us and chose to take the higher road, and for that I am appreciative of it.
No, you're actually being passive aggressive right now because you're pissed off that he didn't mention you, because again, you are insignificant. That is all you are. Nothing. What matters is the local press, the local media that actually did stuff to get Quinton's name out there, that actually reassured the public that everything was being done by law enforcement to get this little boy justice. That's all he did. That was a grateful man standing up there, so grateful that it brought him to tears. A grateful man that he had all of the support and all of the law enforcement agents that worked under him had his support, and that we all had his support. The people in my chat, not yours, the people in my chat had supported him. And those men and women working sunrise to sunset in a landfill, digging through garbage for a baby's bones, that you would never, ever, ever have the scruples to dig deep for and find, to be able to do what these men and women have done. You don't have it.
Hopefully now we can start getting to work. They can start building this case. But again, I still
think they've been building the case.
Totally a miscarriage.
Right there. That just tells you everything you need to know about how much she knows about the law. Right there. They've been building a case. They wouldn't have arrested her unless they had a case built. Now is when the prosecution takes over. Now's when the DA's office takes over. Now they have the evidence they need, and the DA just sorts it out. That's what they do. The DA is going to sort it out in case she wants to go to court and fight it. And if she's got any brains, because there is a body, and I promise you that body is going to turn out to be Quinton Simon once they run all the tests. Guaranteed. If she has any brains at all, she's going to plead guilty so that she doesn't get the death penalty. Because Georgia, make no mistake, has the death penalty. So her option is going to be likely, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm going to guess that her option is going to be, if you plead guilty, you have the choice between life in prison. But if you plead not guilty, and we beat you in trial, and a jury finds you guilty, we're going for the death penalty. But this is the evidence that we have. Have your attorney look at it and talk with them. Talk with them and let us know what you're going to do.
Carriage of justice for Billy Joe not to be facing justice at this time. Whitley, thank you so much for all your help.
Again, you don't know shit about how the law works, because Billy Joe is small potatoes, people. Small potatoes. Now, do I think she sucks? And would I like to see her go to jail? Sure. But anybody who has the slightest inkling of how the law works, the slightest, even someone like me with a GED, understands something as simple as they're probably not going to go for a conviction. There's only so much of a limited budget in that town right now to seek justice. And they want to focus all of their energy and all of their money on convicting Leilani Simon. Now, maybe they'll bring those charges later. Maybe if she pleads guilty, it'll save a bunch of money and they can charge Billy Joe too. But you're going to have to wait.
And everything. I saw you behind in the chat and you weren't there. Miss Ann, if you can just give me just a few moments and I'll get right back with you. I did want to go over some of the super chats. I didn't want people thinking we didn't see them. I had been starring them as they were coming in, but since this was breaking news, I couldn't address them. So I'm going to address a few. We have 12 right now in our starred area. So
Speaking of which, I actually just got a PayPal, but it's somebody's real name, and I don't want to say their real name in the chat, but that person who sent me that PayPal, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Get through these, and Ann, I'll get right back with you. So Gangster is saying, I'm wondering if they said they were going to hold off another week just to throw Leilani off. She probably thought she'd have a nice holiday, then boom, no chance to run. It was nice to hear Police Chief Hadley, and I know this was written before we got to the press conference, but it was nice hearing.
Okay, shut up. We don't care what you think about that. Right now, what she's doing is damage control, by the way. Tammy, thank you so much. Do I think that Billy Joe is going to be a witness, and maybe that is why they did not charge her? That's also actually a more likely possibility. But how credible of a witness is she going to be because what I was just going to say is Chief Hadley was like, well, we don't think she deserves a Thanksgiving. And what was going through my head, I didn't want to interrupt, but what was going through my head was like, yeah, you already had your fucking Thanksgiving when you were out doing shots and getting wasted with your mom, while these hardworking men and women were out looking for your baby. So I don't even want to hear that shit. Yeah, she does not deserve a Thanksgiving. But yes, Tammy, that's a very good possibility, I would think, is that they're probably going to use her as a witness. But I don't see how credible of a witness she's going to be. Becky says, serious question. What nutbags gives this woman money? That's what I'm saying. Thank you, by the way. Let's see. Mystery Maven Esquire, attorney, criminal attorney, experienced. She says that will all be sorted out now that Leilani was arrested. Yes, all of that stuff. Again, that's not to say that Billy Joe will not be arrested for neglect or charged similar to that. It's just right now the focus is on Leilani and building a case against her. Right now the focus is the direct justice for Quinton, who is responsible directly for his death and the heartless disposal of his body. All right, let's listen to this idiot some more.
With this child, and you guys saw a lot of emotion come out of me.
Mr. Harlan, thank you. Oh wow, BHB has a twin.
Thank you, Charla, for that. Traveling Queen, another beautiful soul. Press conference in an hour. Thank you so much for that. That's what helped me find it. So thank you, Traveling Queen, for that information. Guyton Girl, thank you for your super sticker. Natalie, I'm just getting here. She was finally arrested, and yes, that is true. She was finally arrested, and as you know, they did find Quinton. God bless that. You know, we had a huge prayer yesterday, and it's kind of crazy because we prayed that Michael would come home. Michael Monkey Vaughn would come home before Christmas, and the very next day, they started digging up a property in Fruitland, Idaho. We had a huge prayer yesterday for all these children, including Quinton Simon. And today we're finding out that he was found on Friday and the mother has been arrested. So prayer, guys, I don't care what you guys say. You may say I'm crazy, but prayer, the power of prayer, in my opinion, truly, truly does work. Dolly from the UK, thank you for your super sticker.
Yeah. So, what prayer, what God does the prayer go to where you're saying, you fucking whore, you fucking piece of shit, baby killing motherfucking piece of shit? What God does that go to? Is that a prayer? I'm just curious if that's a legit prayer. Is that, when your partner assaults a woman, practically pulls her arm out of her socket? That's a nice prayer. Fucking asshole.
Roasty, she get justice in jail. Now they don't talk to the baby killer, I think is what you're saying. Thank you for that. Melissa 509 says 4 charges: concealing the death of another, false statement or writing concealing facts, false report of a crime, and the murder charge. And thank you again, Melissa, for keeping us up to date.
And her super chats are just rolling in, bro. They're just rolling in. Like one after the other, people are giving this fucking idiot money. Like as if she did anything productive at all whatsoever, as if she contributed anything to Quinton being found.
Roasty, again, thank you for the super sticker. Illusions says the chief said no other arrests are anticipated. I agree with the WTF because I believe more people knew about this. I believe Danny should be behind bars. I believe Leilani should be behind bars. I believe literally everybody that watched that woman hit on those kids and did absolutely nothing to protect those kids should absolutely be in jail. Do I think they should be charged?
You need evidence, asshole.
Charged with the charges of Leilani? Absolutely not. I do not. But they were culpable and they should have to pay for that culpability. And that's just my opinion. And it's a sad day that, he is getting justice because the person that took his life is being held accountable. But there are a lot of ancillary people in this case.
The reason why those people aren't being arrested is the same reason why you haven't been arrested. There's plenty of video evidence of you breaking the law. Plenty. But you're small potatoes. That's what you are. Insignificant. Small potatoes. Nothing. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Like, law enforcement doesn't give a fuck about you. That's the only reason you're not in jail. There's enough evidence to lock you up. It's just that their priorities are where they should be.
That should also be in jail. And then lastly, Vicky, anyone know if Dolly knows this breaking news? Yes, I have already spoken with Dolly Vision multiple times today. As you heard, whenever I muted the phone to speak to somebody, that was the communication between Dolly and myself about this case as I was coming live. And Little Devil has, thank you, Betty, Dolly, Mallory, and Molly. I know you meant Justice and Olivia as well, right? I get what you're saying, though. Rest in peace, Quinton. We love you and would never give up on finding you. No, we would never have given up on finding you. As a matter of fact,
you did.
We all knew that I was going to Chatham County with $3,000 cash because I was going back to fight for this little baby.
No, you weren't. You were going back to harass Chief Hadley, which you stated 100 times. You went back saying, I'm going to get arrested. Mark my words, I'm going to get arrested. I've got where it says I pointed out to Pascal's show that you need evidence to arrest, and everyone turned on me. It was weird. Wow. I'm baffled. Thank you so much Roll it in for Glare. Appreciate that. Thank you. And throw some blue hearts up for Hadley and all of the men and women in law enforcement that work so hard sifting through garbage. Throw those blue hearts up, guys. Mystery Maven says, how can anyone support her? Super chats for what? They should give their money to Chatham PD to cover the 50+ calls responding to the clown show. Exactly. Agreed. Look at y'all. Y'all are beautiful, man. Y'all are amazing. Look at that. Y'all are fantastic. Red hearts work too, I guess. She totally owes Chief Hadley an apology. She won't apologize. She won't.
Little baby, I can finally know that my $3,000 bail money is not going to be utilized in Chatham County. I still am upset that they are not charging anybody else. But again, we are thankful the culprit and the person that was most likely to injure themselves or somebody else is finally behind bars. The streets of Chatham County are a little safer this evening. Now, Miss Ann, that was a mouthful for me. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wanted to tell you on her charges that I sent you. Did you notice her birthday is next Wednesday, the 30th? So guess where her little self is going to be?
It's up church and drag,
How
y'all.
do you like your accommodations now?
There you go. You know, I'm just excited. This has finally came to an end.
It hasn't come to an end.
I heard a couple little things over the weekend.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
To...
It hasn't come to an end. Again, people, this is merely prelude to a conviction. That's all an arrest is. Again, we have to remember this with every single crime case that we talk about, y'all. People. You got to understand that. Okay? This has not come to an end. She could have the best lawyer in the world for all we know. Janice LaFiva. You win handle of the day. I wonder if that's your real name. Janice LaFiva, $10. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And Mystery Maven Esquire says it's just now starting. That's absolutely right. This is just now starting. She still hasn't even been arraigned, people. The word arraignment hasn't even come out of the paralegal's mouth yet. Think about that for a second.
Lay low about it, and I still am. But anyway, I'm very excited about it. I know if anybody's happy, it's Miss Diana, the babysitter. She is. I know she's heartbroken.
I really hope now that Leilani is behind bars, there's other things that, Diana was treated so unfairly in all of this. But, she was not only abused by Billy Joe.
Mystery Maven, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm only speculating here. I'm only guessing. But I would guess that the charges that she has right now are going to bring a very high bail. If she even gets bail, even if the judge grants her bail, it's going to be a ridiculously high amount of money that they're just not going to be able to cover. I would think that if that were the case, Billy Joe would probably have to put up her house maybe. But I mean, who knows if that would even cover it. But considering her charges, I'd say that she would either be denied bail. But since law enforcement has publicly said that they don't consider her to be a flight risk, they probably might grant her bail, but it would be at some crazy, ridiculous amount that she's probably just not going to be able to cover. Right. Got to see the arrest documents. Actually, let me. I'll come back to this idiot. Give me 1 second here. I've only got this. Sorry about that. I've only got this here. And so this is the official. I mean, these are her charges right here. But I mean, as an attorney, I would think that you would need to see more. This is just the bullet points. So here we have Leilani Marie Simon, date of birth November 30th. Oh, bummer for you. You're going to miss Thanksgiving and your birthday. Too bad. 1999, sex female, arrest date 11/21/2022. And the charges here. Now the bond says 0, but that's probably just because she hasn't even been arraigned yet. So, so concealing death of another, false statements or writings, conceal facts or fraudulent documents in matters of government. So I would say, obviously, hiding and lying about Quinton's death and lying to the police, I guess, in a written, I mean, it says or writing, so I don't know if she actually put something in writing, lying in a statement to the police. But to matters of the government. So lying to people who work for the government, I guess, and false report of a crime. So she filed a false police report, and then you just got straight up murder. Now, he mentioned malice. He mentioned malice. I've never heard that. But I would say that that's just Chatham County or Georgia's way of saying murder with malicious intent. It's the same thing, I would think. I would assume. But let's get back to the idiot. Welcome, Lori Girl 63. Appreciate you.
I'm blessed for that. So I can help these fire victims. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows the local TV station has done an interview on me.
Oh, wow. So they don't even have degrees.
A newspaper did an interview on me not long ago, of what I do as far as, traffic issues, let everybody know where the wrecks are. And yes, my group is the largest group in this county and surrounding. Yeah. I have over 22,000 members.
Yeah.
So
you won't know that. That's why I made sure that I stated that. I mean, you're a good community member. That's what we advocate for all the time is people getting off their butts and doing stuff for the community instead of complaining about
that lady looks like Greg the Hammer Valentine does now. Oh my God, bro. I should be in detention.
Everything that's wrong, do something to help change and help people, and you do just that. So again, God bless you, Miss Ann. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it. God bless you. Great day for you. Great day for us here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. And I'm just going to roll out and answer some questions. And I've got another live coming up at 8:30 that I have to keep pushing out because of this story.
I'm just going to answer some questions incorrectly as any question can possibly fucking be answered.
Yeah, I know you do, and I appreciate every little bit of things that you do. You know you're great.
That's where I got
You're
it from,
good,
Daisy
and
Day.
you're the best.
That's where I got it from.
Thank you guys so much. God bless you.
I
And keep
appreciate
up the
you
good work.
having me on and speaking kindly about me.
Well, you made me cake. I mean, how you
Honey,
fed
I've
me.
got.
Look
hey,
what I was
listen.
wearing today. This is what I was wearing today, all day. This is my outfit,
my
Mommy. Why wasn't I
God.
good enough? Look at this.
Oh,
You know, this is from one of our people on here. I wore this shirt all day, not realizing that Leilani was going
Gross.
to be arrested today. And I'm glad I put this shirt on because now it has even more meaning for me today in this huge milestone, reality that we're in. That this baby killer is finally
That's
off the
fucking
street.
real,
And
dude.
yes, she did the absolute
They
unthinkable.
They have the same hairdresser. It's oh my God. It's like they it's like Betty got in a time machine and went 50 years into the future. I was like, whoa. Yo, future Betty, if you're really me, what number am I thinking of right now? 42. Whoa! I'm gonna die. Oh Jesus. Oh, I needed that. Oh fuck. That's not even fair. It's not even fair.
She is not being charged with child neglect that resulted in death. She's charged with murder.
Shut up.
Yes.
Okay, so these people out there that kept saying she's innocent, she didn't do this, it was an accident. No, the reason why we
Mr. Harlan, Taste of History's Famous Burglars. Thank you. Honestly, when either of those two speak, I hear putty patrollers.
knew she murdered this child is because we were out there with boots on the ground. We found out very early on she targeted this specific child. We kept telling people that. They kept calling.
Stupid idiot. Listen, you only went out there because law enforcement had already publicly named her a suspect and said that Quinton Simon was presumed dead already. That's the only fucking reason that you went out there. You saw an opportunity to make a shit ton of money and you took it. Don't sit here and say, well, we went out there because we had a hunch. No, you didn't have a fucking hunch. Law enforcement already publicly announced that they thought Quinton was dead and that they believe Leilani to be responsible for it. That's it. What are you talking about?
Calling us a liar. It is true.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
I bet they're sitting there.
Let's hear that lie again.
This is because we were out there with the reason why we knew she murdered this child is because.
Listen up.
Because we were out there with boots on the ground. We found out very early on she targeted this specific child. We kept telling people that. They kept calling us a liar. It is true.
No, you are a liar. You're lying right now. The only reason you went out there was because you saw opportunity. And you saw opportunity only because Chief Hadley held a press conference stating that they believed Quinton Simon to have been murdered and they believe Leilani is responsible. Period. That is it.
Yeah, and I bet they're sitting there crying and wiping their nose now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God.
We're laughing at you.
But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow.
I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. Fixing bikes and hanging around the bar. Calamity Jade, thank you. I'm sorry, I thought I missed you. Came in and you sounded like one of the velociraptors from Jurassic Park. Breaks my heart for this. Yeah, no, Betty made me laugh. Betty and her future self. Can't stop laughing about that. It's her. Oh my God.
Wednesday, I've got 11 cakes to bake and 19 cakes to bake Wednesday.
And by cake, I mean meth. I gotta bake a bunch of meth.
God bless you. I know they're delicious, so they're worth it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I wanted to get some more orders. I mean, like 2 years ago, I did 69 cakes in 4 days.
Well, we have a lot of Savannah people on here,
oh
guys.
My God, I'm such a child.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Miss Ann is
$25 a cake.
She's ready to bake your cake. Save yourself some time in the kitchen. Reach out to Miss Ann Horn.
I got a new recipe. Instead of flour, I'm using cigarette ashes. And yeah, I flavored it. I used the menthol cigarette ashes. It's a mint chocolate Marlboro cake. Okay. And I use all the cigarette ashes. I quit smoking crack for a week so I wouldn't use up all the ashes.
Horn and order your holiday cake. You do cakes or pies or just cakes?
I just do almond cream cheese pound cake and lemon cream cheese pound cake.
There you go, guys. So if you want an almond or lemon, and I have to tell you, they are delicious. I know, I ate one myself. Reach out to Miss Ann Horn to get your holiday almond or lemon cream cake.
Yeah, cream cheese, almond cream cheese.
Awesome. Well, Miss Ann, I'm gonna let you go. God bless you. Thank you for.
Yeah, I gotta get caught up over here. My command center has been on
She
mute.
sounds like
So, and I've already got.
She sounds like Freak Show from Harold and Kumar. Y'all. She talks just like Freak Show. Like, do you ever see Freak Show? You ever see Harold and Kumar go to White Castle? At the tow truck driver. So y'all go on in there, get something to drink, fuck my wife, make herself at home. Did he just say we get to fuck his wife? Oh, going down, George, I'm going random band about the lady's killing me, dude. That's not a real person, dude. That's a character in a movie. Dude, that's somebody in makeup, crust in their ears, all. Dude, Freak Show. That's killing me. Hey, Randy, what? The devil, what? The devil is everywhere.
Already gotten a couple phone calls questioning me about something
That's all
else.
I hear now. I just hear Freak
really
Show.
need to jump on that.
All right, love. Well, thank you and God bless. You've been amazing. We appreciate all your help out there. You were standing out there with us in solidarity for this 20-month-old child. So again, just thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for everything.
What the hell you do with my wife? You said we could have sex with her. I most certainly did not. But since we're all here, how about a foursome? That's all I hear when I hear her talk. I just hear Freak Show from Harold and Kumar.
For everything too, you, Dolly, and the whole rest of the crew. Olivia, everybody, tell all of them I said hello.
Dolly,
I will.
Happy Thanksgiving. I love you.
You.
Take care.
So I have to be honest with you guys, as this story is winding down for this segment, I'm getting teary-eyed. I have to be honest with you. This has been so hard. This has been a case that has really been a very emotional for me. Many of you guys know I don't have
No, it
children of my
hasn't.
own. I've tried for many years. And so hearing that this baby,
we saw how emotional this case made you. This case made you emotional about the fact that you're not getting any D. We saw it. We went over it. You put up the baby's pictures up, and you just started talking about how you've been alone for 5.5 years and wasn't getting any D. Like, we all saw it. We all went over it. You took it down, but we all saw it. We all saw it. Don't tell us that this was emotional for you. All this did, you just use this case to make money and try to land a dude in your bed. It's super weird. It's disgusting, really. It's fucking gross. But it's like beyond weird. Beyond weird. Like, weird doesn't cover it. Like Twilight Zone shit. Super strange.
baby killer is off, that they found him, that he's going to be able to rest in peace, it's a lot of weight off my shoulders. Right. Because, to be honest,
and the whole time you were saying that he wasn't in that landfill, weren't you? The whole time you were criticizing Chatham County Police Department, saying that they were looking in the wrong place because they're a bunch of incompetent assholes. Right? While you guys were out there poking sticks in the woods, riding around on an ATV. Get real, dude.
Honest with you, the thought of going back to Chatham County to get arrested, which I was prepared to do. Many people know in my inner circle that I was prepared to go out there. I was going to be sitting out in front of that house again, and I was going to be willing to,
which did jack shit,
put myself in legal jeopardy to make a point. And I'm glad that that doesn't have to come to that right now.
To make what point exactly? What point would that have made? Other than you wasting Chatham County resources? Besides that point, what point would that have made?
But if it did, I would have done it. And I am just, I don't know the emotions I'm feeling right now. Like, I'm so happy, I'm elated, but I'm incredibly sad too. I'm incredibly sad for this little boy, for the people that really cared about this little boy.
Yeah, us, and not you.
It's just, it's heartbreaking. And there's no there. When I went out there, I told everybody, you know, at the end of this, there's no winners here. There's nothing to win. I'm not in it to win it.
Nobody brought up winners but you just now.
There's nothing to win. There's no winners here.
Nobody brought that up but you.
We have justice potentially for a 20-month-old child that should never even be in a landfill and should be celebrating his second Thanksgiving and his second Christmas. And he's not going to be able to do that. And that's incredibly sad. But with all the ugly, we always have to look at the positive. The positive is his little baby sister, Sky, never has to know what that abuse is. His older brother, Zane, never has to feel that abuse. How about you
shut up with these kids' names?
I hope that they go to loving, caring homes. I hope they understand the totality one day of what their grandmother and mother have done. And, you know, I wish them the best. I'm still, if I didn't say I wasn't angry that they're not charging Billy Joe, I would be lying. But I hope that there is going to be justice for her in another aspect. We'll just see. We'll have to see. Jackie says, I truly hope Billy Joe is next. So do I. But according to the police chief, he's not interested. He's not interested. I don't think this trial is going to get full not interested. Justice,
it's not up to him
until Billy Joe.
It's not up to him. It's up to the DA. It's up to the DA. I remember, listen, you know how I know this firsthand? Okay. When I was 18, right? I had an acquaintance. He wasn't even a friend, but an acquaintance. He said, I got this TV in my house. It was his house, right? And he's like, I got this TV. I don't have an ID. I mean, I was 18 and I was stupid. I don't have an ID. I just need you to pawn this for me and give me the money. I said, yeah, sure, no problem. I mean, I had nothing to indicate that it was stolen, right? So about a month later, detectives show up at my house and say, yeah, we just need to talk to you down at the station. Okay. And then I explained to them what happened. And they were like, okay, well, we're going to charge you with burglary and theft, whatever. I can't even remember what the charges were. And I was like fucking scared. I was like, what? I was like, what? And then right there in front of me, they call the DA. And they were like, yeah, we've got this guy here. He's the guy who actually pawned the TV. And the DA, and he had him on speaker. And the DA was like, but he just pawned the TV. That's it. And he's like, the cop's like, yeah. And then he's like, well, use him as a witness. I never had to testify. The guy pled guilty, but apparently he just stole the TV from his grandmother. He was living with his grandmother and he stole the TV from his grandmother. I had no idea, but he was like, use him as a witness, let him go. And then we'll subpoena him. I was like, well, but what if I don't want to testify? I didn't know how shit worked back then. I was 18. And they were like, well, it doesn't matter. They're like, basically, you either got to testify or you're going to get charged too. And I was like, well, all right, whatever. I'll testify. But, I mean, it never got to that point, thank goodness. But that's how it works. The DA decides. The DA decides what you're going to be charged with. Because the DA decides whether or not it can be proven in court. The DA says, this is what I can work with. There's no sense in charging somebody if I can't get a conviction. Period. Like, that's it. So her sitting there and who claims to be a paralegal, get the fuck out of my face with that. This idiot here who claims to be a paralegal thinks that it's up to Chief Hadley who gets arrested and who doesn't. Who gets charged and who doesn't.
Billy Joe is held accountable. Why does Billy Joe get to escape? Why does she get to lie to a court and put a child in jeopardy?
Lie to a court?
And that child die, and she has no responsibility whatsoever. That's the way it rolls.
It is the way it rolls.
Well, Betty,
sometimes.
that precious baby can't be hurt ever again. He's in heaven with Jesus. Love you for what you do. That is true. That is true. His pain is gone. His pain is gone. His siblings are healthy. They're safe. And they never have to
see, this is the type of audience
like
that she attracts, man. This is the type of audience that she attracts. She doesn't attract Christians. She attracts codependent Jesus freaks. There's a big difference. That's not to insult Christians. I know plenty of Christians, and it's a very, very solid thing to believe in, and I respect it to my core. I do. But these are people who are saying that are the same, and on one side of their mouth, they're saying prayers and saying praise Jesus, and on the other side of their mouth saying skin them alive and burn them. You know, like that's not what Jesus would say. What are you talking about? And that's the kind of audience that she attracts, because these codependent Jesus freaks are codependent on her. They're dependent on her because they can't think for themselves. So they get this jackass to think for them. And they don't know what to do with their money. People on disability, people on Social Security, just people sitting around who watch Jeopardy all day. Well, not Jeopardy. That's a little too highbrow. Let's Make a Deal. These are people who watch Let's Make a Deal all day. Game Show Network, old reruns, and don't know shit to do with their money. And they give it to her and act like she's some sort of hero because she makes herself out to be to them. These poor, pathetic, codependent, sorry motherfuckers that got nothing better to do with their money or time. And it's sad, you know? Like, it's just sad. Because these people are probably just all alone, just sitting at home, being alcoholics, and justifying their alcoholism for saying prayers. I mean, she's a predator. She preys on people like this.
If they go to a good home. Again, if they go to a good home. This is now in Chatham County's wheelhouse. This is something that they have control over. This is something that their Department of Children and Family Services has control over. And we just pray and pray and pray that those children get all the medical attention, all the psychological attention, everything they need emotionally. I pray that they get moving forward to get through this. The great thing is that they are so young. We know that Sky will never remember this, which is equally sad.
Stop talking about these other kids, man.
Zane, our mission, we stay true to our audience, and we were successful in this. Again, law enforcement, kudos to you for all the men and women that fought, were out there, put themselves in harm's way.
Yeah, kudos to you, law enforcement, who just 3 weeks ago, I was threatening to sue and calling you incompetent assholes who don't care about a missing baby, and you're looking in the wrong place, and you're wasting time looking in the wrong place because you're probably in on it, saying all that madness, and now going, instead of just being like, shit, I was wrong. You know, sometimes we make mistakes. Just taking the L, but she's incapable of that. She's totally incapable of that. And so now she's kudos to law enforcement, like she was backing him up the whole fucking time. This lady's unbelievable, bro.
Way to find this baby. I know that job was disgusting. I know that job was just horrific and almost defeating in nature. But you know what? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And that's what law enforcement did out there in the landfill. They went through that one bite at a time until they were successful. I truly believe they were going to find him. People asked me about that. Many people disagreed. A lot of people across YouTube disagreed with my analysis. And once again, accurate here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. So again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting. Understand there is a mission. There is a purpose behind what we do. Many people don't understand it, but the work we do lasts for a really long time in a community. It's painful at first, but the effects of the work that we do last a really long time. And it truly does come from the heart. And it is not all for nothing. It's not all for a click and a view. There is reasons behind the method to our madness. With that, guys, again, thank you all for your loving, your outpour, your support,
at least you admit that.
Otherwise, sometimes
the method,
just telling me thank you.
The madness is the fuckery that you engaged in, the fuckery that you initiated and perpetuated out there. That's the madness. The method to it was to make money, was to rip off your viewers. That was the method. Make no mistake about that.
Was what helped me get through that day. And many of you guys don't realize that. This was hard. There was many times that we cried. There was many times I cried out there. You know, we didn't do that on screen. You know, there's times Marissa broke down and cried. It was hard. It was very hard. It was very emotional. And I'm just happy to see the fruits of everyone's labor. This was not just Bullhorn Betty. This was not just YouTube. This was not just
it was none of you.
Not just the
it was none of
at
you
large in opposition or for support. This truly was a fight for justice for Quinton Simon.
Oh my!
And we are all successful in that. And without each and every one of us, I don't know if this would have been successful. I know Police Chief Hadley acted like he wasn't pressured, but we all know he was. And we all know that he would, if he didn't feel the pressure, he would have never done the stuff he did with the signs, the parade.
Thank you,
with the county.
Gypsy.
He felt the pain.
Yeah,
we all know he felt it. But thank you for playing, Police Chief Hadley. As you can see, I'm not a bad person.
Wow.
But
thank you for playing.
I do work, and I work very hard for my causes. And, you know, I really do hope that you find a way to put Billy Joe behind bars, because she deserves to be there.
Like, this guy gives a fuck what you have to say at this point.
Please don't
like
forget.
This guy gives a flying fuck what you have to say at this point.
It's not easy to do, but once you get the wind underneath your wings, you find out you can achieve anything that you ever choose to achieve if you put the energy into it. Never quit, never give up on yourself.
Wow.
And keep going. With that, you know, as I always say, if you see something, say something, because an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And we're seeing what a pound of cure is this evening, where a 20-month-old has now been recovered from a landfill, from garbage, and the mother being arrested and now in jail for murder. A great day, a lot to be thankful for. Guys, please, please, please make sure you hug your family tonight. There is no better place for you to be than in the comfort of your family when we hear such horrible but great news. God bless you. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
What a jackass. Dude. Hold on. Oh, shut up. Sorry, I still hear her. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know why it still shocks me that she makes shit about her and totally backpedaled. Absolute backpedaling. I'm actually really looking forward to Burnt Toast's live tonight. She's going live at 8:30 Eastern time. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm sure she's got words about this. So I'm looking forward to being in that chat. And speaking of which, off the subject, there's the Hannibal and Monty shit show. Okay. On Fridays, Burnt Toast does the hour of lulls with Monty from the Hannibal and Monty shit show. Their channel is the Hannibal and Monty shit show is probably my favorite channel right now. It's so much fun. And they just asked me last night to co-host the Golden Turd Awards that they do at the end of December every year, apparently. So I'll be co-hosting the Golden Turd Awards with them. I am really excited about that. So yeah. And I will be engaged in some adult beverages. It's going to be fun. I'm sure all of us will be. I still have I still don't even know what I'm going to be getting into. All I know is it's going to be fun. And as soon as like they texted me and asked me, I was just like, yes, I'm doing that with you. Of course, I'm doing that. Let me drop the link to their channel real quick. So make sure to subscribe to these guys because they are so much fun. They're not a crime channel. They talk about the things that most channels are afraid to talk about, and they do it very fair and very fun. They're hilarious. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. So make sure, just take a second and jump on there and subscribe to them. They are so much fun. They should have way more subscribers than they have right now. I still don't know. I don't understand how the YouTube thing works. Like there are channels that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers that are the most boringest shit I've ever seen in my life. And then there are channels with very few subscribers who are just fire. And that's one of those channels. So I'd like to do something about that. Same with Morbid Reality. Morbid Reality, I'd like to see him get more subscribers as well. He's fantastic, a lot of fun. And yeah. So and big shocker, big surprise. Betty, and so let me see if I can. Oh, I don't want to download it on my computer. So apparently, Chronicles of Olivia claims that Kaylee, one of the victims of the University of Idaho stabbings, murders, that she follows Olivia on TikTok apparently. And that's their whole thing right now. Their way of inserting themselves into this case. This is going to be the next shit show for them, and they're already going to turn it into a circus. I can feel it. I can smell it. So I mean, and maybe she does follow. A lot of people follow Chronicles of Olivia. Who you know? I mean, she's a good editor. You know, she makes nice looking videos. She's an asshole and an idiot, but she makes nice looking videos. I wouldn't be surprised. She has a lot of followers. But now Heels in the Air did a video, and in the video she says she checked 4 times, didn't see her in there. So could be total bullshit. It doesn't matter if it is or not. But Betty's up there saying, "Oh well." So if she follows her, well then she has to know who I am. She had to know who I am. So now I'm taking this case personally. So yeah. And tomorrow there's going to be a press conference. I'm not sure exactly what time, but there's going to be a press conference regarding the University of Idaho murders. I'm not sure what it's going to pertain to. That's actually what I was going to talk about today. But I'm not going to get too deep into that. I know that Chronicles of Chlamydia. Y'all are killing me in this chat. But yeah, I you know, there's some interesting there's an interesting thing that's taking place, because I noticed in the press conference yesterday that the chief of police basically stated, like, the purpose of that segment of the press conference was to eliminate rumors and you know, conspiracy theories that are happening online regarding the case. And he says that the hoodie guy at the food truck, not a person of interest, cleared. The roommates cleared. The friends that showed up cleared. But he never actually said that the person who they spoke to, who they called repeatedly, both Maddie and Kaylee had called this ex of Kaylee's, and he never actually said he was cleared. And they specifically said, we don't have any suspects in custody, but he never said we don't have any suspects. And I'm pissed off at the press at that press conference, because not one reporter asked if they had a simple question. Not one of them asked if they had a person of interest or a suspect. Or Or yeah, sorry, Wednesday. Why did I think today was Tuesday? I thought today was Tuesday. I know it was on Wednesday. I apologize. But yes, it's on Wednesday. Thank you for correcting me on that. I just, for some reason, I thought today was Tuesday. I don't know why. But yeah, those questions were terrible. And I don't want to overthink it, because on the other hand, it's not that I think that this ex-boyfriend is a suspect. That's not what I'm saying, because Kaylee's family vouches for him. And in their words, they said 100% no. In fact, 2,000% that he is part of the family, that they would be getting married one day. The mom said that they were having a little break right now, but you know, and that was Kaylee, that Kaylee has her little, you know, her little quirks, but they love the kid, and they feel that they vouch for his character 2,000%, as they said. I have no reason not to listen to the family when it comes to that. So when you hear something like that, I'm going to lean that way over just, you know, little hints that could be taken the wrong way from that press conference. You know what I'm saying? Like they just never, maybe he just, in the way that he was speaking, it slipped his mind to say that he was not a suspect. I just wish that somebody would have straight up asked, but they didn't. So if he is clear, if he is not a suspect, I would really love for law enforcement to come forward and make a statement. If they're eliminating rumors and they're eliminating conspiracy theories and whatnot, if they're trying to protect people from being falsely accused of things, I would like to see them speak up on his behalf as well, if they don't feel that he is a suspect. So I'd like to see that. That's not to say that I think that he is. I'm just saying that I'd like to see law enforcement eliminate him if he is so important to this family and if he is so loved by Kaylee's family. That's all I'm saying, is just I'd like to see that happen. I'm not saying that I believe him to be a suspect. I have no reason to believe him to be a suspect. It could just be coincidence. Apparently they were on good terms when they broke up, and that could be why. Maybe they were just drunk dialing him, you know, maybe they were just trying to, you know, see if he wanted to come over and hang out, you know, but they went to sleep pretty soon after they got home, apparently, because they were found killed in their beds asleep. So, yeah. And a big shout out to Josh from Dad Challenge Podcast. He did a great live yesterday covering it. You guys should go check that out. Yeah. So like I said, I would just like to see law enforcement clear that up. They've been very good about clearing up other things. So I'd like to see them release a statement in defense of this young man. Who Kaylee's family loves as much as they do. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you guys want to see more Betty fuckery, and Toast is also going to go over MGL's drunk stream from Key West. I'm looking forward to that. So make sure to check out Bert Toast at 8:30. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Please give this video a like, give this live a like if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I'm really trying to hit this goal by the end of the year, just to tell myself that I can. So that would really help me out. I love you guys, and I'm really grateful for those of you who have joined me and decided to watch this press conference live here on this channel. I know you had a lot of choices, so it means a lot to me that this is the channel that you guys chose to come to. It really, really means a lot to me. Yeah, I love you too, Stacy, baby. Love all you guys. So thank you guys so much. I love you very, very much. We will do this again very soon, my friends.